It wasn't that, because I never doubted that COVID was a very unique thing and a very serious thing. Never said it wasn't.
Yeah.
The draconian measures they used to try to control it, I called out from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I was all for people taking care of themselves and being safe. I was all for that. Being germ conscious, washing your hands, doing those kind of things. Masking children? No. Shutting down schools? No. Shutting down, making it where you can't go to a wedding or a funeral or a nursing home and you having to watch your grandparents die on FaceTime. Never getting to say goodbye to your grandparents or parents. Sydney Watson, she hadn't been home in 3 years. She's in Australia right now. Yep. She hadn't been home in 3 years. She couldn't go home, and she's pure-blooded. So they definitely made her jump through the hoops, even now, just to go. They shut Canada down. You had the trucker convoy. I mean, all this different stuff. People lost their jobs. It plunged us in the worst economy since the Great Depression. 10,000 businesses closed down here in the state of Texas. They want us just to forgive all that.
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
It is unforgivable what they did to our society, to our children, to our economy. It all could have been avoided. And I'll play devil's advocate for a second here, Chad. I was like, from the beginning, guys, it's a bad flu. Because hear me out. I understand how many people died, but guess what? The health officials, the CDC, the doctors, all of these people on purpose did not give your loved ones who died from this early treatment. They sent people home and said, come to the hospital when you can't freaking breathe, and we're not going to give you hydroxychloroquine. We're not going to give you ivermectin. Right. We're not going to give you these things that might help. We're going to wait because we want to push a vaccine at the end of it. So, yeah, I understand that more people died, but you have people like Anthony Fauci, our health officials, now coming out and saying what some of us said from the freaking beginning, which was, this is a bad flu. Calm the F down.
Yeah, and treat it accordingly,
right.
Properly, individually, and uniquely. But They didn't do that. They gave cookie-cutter medical advice. They did all that stuff. And again, you see the images of people getting maced, pastors getting arrested, again, kids taken away, all of these various things that were happening. And you're right. They were pushing it towards big pharma and a vaccine. They needed it. This is why I agree with Steve Deace when he talks about this is a modern day Nuremberg trial is necessary because they killed people.
They killed people. Their inaction killed people. And they did it on purpose.
They wanted to drive a mortality rate higher.
Yes.
So then they could push the vaccine.
Correct. Think of this, Chad. When else have you heard of actual governors in states telling doctors they were not allowed to use certain medications to treat an illness that they thought would help?
Right. It's never happened.
They're taking away doctors' medical licenses for saying masks don't work. This is unprecedented stuff.
It's still happening right now.
Yes.
Our Peter McCullough just got his stripped the other day.
You want amnesty? You want us to forgive you?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, it's time to forgive us for what we didn't know. Kiss our ass. We were telling you what you didn't know.
Yeah.
We were literally telling you. And now at the end of the day, we were right and you were wrong.
Right.
We suffered because of it.
Correct. And it's like me, little old me, right? I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. And still, I was able to gather all of these reasonable facts that ended up being correct.